Hello and welcome into the broadcast, everybody. I am Samuel Reese coming to you live tonight for a special occasion in arguably the most anticipated regular season game in NFL history. Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers head to Foxborough to take on Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. It's Tom Brady's return to Foxborough. The emotions on full display after 20 incredible years with New England. 18 months after the breakup, Brady makes his return to where 6 Super Bowls were won. What a special Sunday night football game this should be. It's the return, as they're calling it. Reunited are Tom Brady and Bill Belichick tonight. And this time, instead of sharing the same sideline, they go head-to-head at Gillette Stadium. What's going on, Karam? Welcome in to the broadcast, man. How am I feeling? I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this game. Since it's the Sunday Night Football game, I've been anxious all day waiting for this matchup, Karam. But yeah, obviously, it's an emotional night. Of course, I will always love Tom Brady for everything he did as a Patriot. But, no one player is above the team at the end of the day. So obviously, I'll be hoping that the Patriots can beat Tom and the Buccaneers to pull off the upset. But certainly a special matchup tonight on Sunday Night Football. And yeah, absolutely, man. Your Cowboys are most certainly balling out. An impressive performance earlier today against the Panthers. And yeah, it was another fun day in the National Football League, and hopefully it'll be capped off with a great Sunday night football game between Brady and Belichick. The Patriots and the Bucs. We're just about set to kick this one off. Regarding the Buccaneers, an injury update for them. Rob Gronkowski and Giovanni Bernard both out, key offensive players, of course. Gronkowski, a rib injury. Bernard, a knee injury. On the defensive side, Jason Pierre-Paul's out with a shoulder. Jamel Dean with a knee. Richard Sherman, however, signed on Wednesday, will start tonight. For the Patriots side, James White with a hip injury is out for probably the rest of the season. Trent Brown with a calf injury is out. N'Keal Harry, however, activated off the IR, and he will be ready to go tonight. So we could see N'Keal Harry make his first appearance this season. The current conditions in Foxborough, Massachusetts, well, it's typical New England weather. 60 degrees, the wind at 5 miles an hour, heading in the northeast direction. However, it is raining. Some diagonal rain coming down in Foxborough, and it's only fitting that in Tom Brady's return to Foxborough, the conditions are the way they are because, of course, Tom Brady won so many big games for the Patriots in pretty crappy weather conditions, and that was part of that big home field advantage that the Patriots had over Brady's course of his 2 decades in New England. And so we are underway, and the Buccaneers start off in the worst way possible. The kickoff lands out of bounds, so the flag is thrown, and that is a nightmare kickoff for the Buccaneers. Not sure what Bradley Pinion was trying to do, but as a result, the Patriots will start their opening drive from the 40-yard line. So how about that? Mac Jones, the rookie quarterback, is ready to go. The first play from scrimmage coming up here. And as a reminder, after that penalty, the Patriots starting from the 40-yard line. And here's Jones, the quick throw, and that's caught by Devin that was Kendrick Bourne for a 5-yard gain. Mac Jones, quarterback of New England, of course. You have Damian Harris, running back, Nelson Aguilar, Jacoby Myers, the wide receivers, enter Hunter Henry, a tight end, as well as Jonnu Smith, Mike Onwenu, David Andrews, Shaq Mason, Justin Heron, All part of the offensive line for the Patriots as that pass out wide was caught. It's a first down for New England as the ball is moved to midfield. Let me just sort out all of the graphics. There we go. We got the scoreboard up, and the Patriots actually in the Tampa territory. Ball at the 49-yard line. Super Bowl-like prices for this game as it's play action and another catch. That is a beautifully executed pass out to the 44-yard line, and a 2nd and 5 coming up. Superman was the play call from Mac Jones that time. And on 2nd and 5, it's another play action, but this time Jones is in trouble and there's no escaping. It's a sack for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and making the play for Tampa Bay was Tyrone Shoyinka. The rookie able to get to Mac Jones rather quickly as he got to the inside of Isaiah Wynn, and that's a loss of yardage on the play for the Patriots. Here's 3rd and 9. It was a 4-yard loss for New England. Jones dropping back, the pressure arriving again. Jones buying time. The throw over the middle, incomplete. Broken up by Davis. And 4th down is upcoming for the Patriots. What's going on, Gabriel? Welcome in to the broadcast. I appreciate you tuning in. That throw intended for Nelson Aguilar, but it was into heavy traffic. It was Carlton Davis with the breakup, and so Jake Bailey is out to punt it away for the Patriots. Punt up and away, a high arching punt, and that is nicely placed by Bailey down at the 11-yard line by Jakob Johnson. So Tom Brady takes the field in Foxborough, this time not as a Patriot, rather as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. The Patriots with, for the most part, overwhelming cheers in the pregame, but now that the game has started, it's all business. A few boos could be heard as Tom Brady took to the field. Here we go from the 11-yard line as the Buccaneers opening offensive drive gets underway. Play action, Brady over the middle, incomplete. He overthrew Mike Evans, who took a hit from McCourty. 2nd and 10. Oh, you went to the Whitecaps game, Gabriel. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, hope you had a good time. That's awesome. So 2nd and 10 coming up. I wanted badly to go to this Patriots-Bucs game, but the ticket prices are just absolutely absurd. So there was no shot I was going to get some. Brady, with plenty of time in the pocket, throws out wide, a leaping catch by Evans, pushed out by J.C. Jackson. It'll be 3rd and short. Forward progress should set it up to be about 3rd and 1. Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans, as well as Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, all making up the key players for this Buccaneers offense, as well as O.J. Howard, Donovan Smith, Ali Marpet, Ryan Jensen, Alex Kappa, Tristan Wirfs, all part of the offensive line for Tampa Bay. What's going on? Van, welcome in. Yeah, indeed, as this is a little hesitation move and a strong run up the middle all the way across the 40. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers goes Leonard Fournette. A 2nd and 3rd effort on the play results in about a 20-yard plus gain as he just found a hole up the middle, bounced off of McCourty, stayed on his feet somehow, and that's a big play on 3rd and short. New set of downs for Tampa Bay. A flip back to Fournette. Fournette not getting anywhere this time. Dietrich Wise took him down with the help of Kyle Duggar. It's a loss of 1. Dietrich Wise, Lawrence Guy, Devon Godshaw, Matt Judon, Dante Hightower, Kyle Van Noy, J.C. Jackson, Adrian Phillips, Devin McCourty, and Jonathan Jones, as well as Jalen Mills, make up the Patriots' defense. 2nd and 11 coming up for the Bucs. Rain falling down in Foxborough, Massachusetts on this Sunday night, week 4 of the NFL season. Brady looking to his right, pass caught in the backfield, and now it's Antonio Brown accelerating to the 45. Jackson delivered the hit. 3rd and 5 coming up. Jonathan Jones also in on the tackle. Yeah, the Packers did win indeed, Van. Yep, I saw some of that game. Yeah, well, it wasn't that much of an exciting game for the neutral fan like myself. If you're a Packers fan, then of course it was a great game. But yeah, that game was never in doubt from the start. Green Bay took control from the early stages, and the Steelers didn't look that good at all. On 3rd and 5, Brady has great protection. Will launch down the sideline. It's incomplete. That was beyond the reach of tight end Cameron Brate. Remember, no Rob Gronkowski. He's out with a rib injury, and he's been Brady's go-to target in the first couple of weeks. That's incomplete to Brate, so out comes Bradley Pinion for the punt, and it looks like both teams will punt away on their opening drives. Yeah, indeed, Van. I'm hoping my Patriots can pull off an upset tonight to get back to an even record, because if we drop to 1-3, then, that's not a great situation to be in. This punt is a strong one, fumbled by Olszewski, and it lands out of bounds. And that will be a touchback, because that ball actually hit the pylon, which does result in a touchback. So Olszewski bailed out, you could say. It's the return of Tom Brady to New England. We're just getting started. No score. Patriots with the ball next on Sunday Night Football. Welcome back. The build up to this game was quite something throughout the week, and especially throughout today. Fans arrived to tailgate really in the morning hours. NFL Countdown on ESPN were produced their show, I should say, live from Gillette Stadium, right outside at Patriot Place, and it's been quite the hype surrounding this game. Understandably so, with the return of Tom Brady to New England. Both teams punting on their opening drives. We'll see what the Patriots can do on their second drive tonight. Mac Jones in the offense starts from the 20. A toss back to Harris. Harris looking for a block, but he'll scamper out of bounds at the 16. That's a loss of 4 on the play, and not the start to the drive the Patriots were seeking. Look at the Bucs offense. Ndamukong Suh, Vita Vea, William Golston, Shaquille Barrett, Levante David, as well as Devin White, Joe Tyron Shoyinka, Carlton Davis, Antoine Winfield, Jordan Whitehead, and Richard Sherman, the new acquisition. That's a throw over the middle. The ball's popped loose, and that's a fumble claimed by Devin White of the Buccaneers. Tackled at the 15-yard line, and Tampa Bay have possession. They recover the fumble in the red zone. Jacoby Myers made the catch, and then the ball punched out by Shaq Barrett. Devin White, the first to it for the Buccaneers, and that is a huge turnover here early on in this game. And this will be reviewed just to make sure Myers had clear possession of the ball before the fumble was forced. He bobbled it at first, Myers did, but even as a Patriots fan, I have to admit I think this is a fumble, in all honesty, because I think he had control, and then coming in with the punch was Barrett. So 9:21 left in the opening quarter, an official review taking place. If the call stands, the Buccaneers will have the football in the red zone. I'll be right back after this break. All right, welcome back. The reason I was waiting is because the referee tonight was announcing the ultimate decision, and to my surprise, the call on the field has been reversed. So it turns out to be an incomplete pass. Well, Jacoby Myers bailed out right there. As you know, in all honesty, I thought the call was going to be upheld. I thought that was a fumble. Brady was ready to get back on the field, but he puts the coat back on. This Patriots drive continuing for at least one more play. Here's 3rd and 14. As the drive continues following the review. Jones, great protection, throw over the middle. It's caught. Brandon Bolden getting to the outside, but tackled down at the 22. It was Antoine Winfield making the play for Tampa Bay, so the drive will end in a Patriots punt, but much better for New England than a turnover courtesy of a fumble that would have resulted in Tampa Bay's ball at about the 16-yard line of the Patriots. So instead, here comes Jake Bailey. Second punt already tonight. And this one returned from the 28. Making a move to the outside is Mickens. And Mickens out of bounds at about the 35. We do have a flag down on the play, and we'll see what the penalty is. Oh, yeah, it's that push right there. It's going to be against the Buccaneers. So there's the call. It's against Robinson. Illegal block in the back. When it comes to most pass yards, Drew Brees in front with 80,358, but Tom Brady right on his tail with 80,305, and we could very well see Tom Brady break that record tonight. Drew Brees, of course, now retired, in fact, working for NBC as part of their Sunday Night Football coverage. Brees on the sideline tonight, witnessing this huge matchup as Brady returns to New England. All right, here's the Tampa Bay offense for the second time tonight. That penalty moves them back to the 18, and bouncing off a tackle and breaking free to the sideline is Leonard Fournette, out of bounds at about the 28. I believe he got the first down. And he did. How about Fournette reversing course? The middle was clogged up, and to the outside he went. Unable to track him down was Matt Judon. Third carry already for Leonard Fournette, 31 yards. First down and 10 for the Buccaneers. Play action. Brady underneath, nearly picked off. J.C. Jackson got a hand to it. It's an incomplete pass. The intended receiver was Mike Evans, and Jackson wanted an offensive pass interference call. No flags on the play. Yeah, there was a left hand there from Evans. It appeared to pull the helmet of Jackson, but in the end, second down and 10 coming up for the Buccaneers. Fournette motions left. Brady alone in the backfield. Quick pass, Fournette the catch, and Fournette charging forward for a 13-yard gain or so. And that's good for a Buccaneers first down. Midway point of the opening quarter. Brady hands it off, and this time it's a run up the middle for Ronald Jones. And he never went down, but the referees stopped play. It'll be a couple yards picked up. Byron Leftwich is the offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Steve Belichick, the Patriots' Outside linebackers coach. Steve, of course, is the son of Bill Belichick. They did give Jones 3 yards on the play, 2nd down and 7. Brady once again over the middle, and it's caught by Evans. And the Buccaneers pick up the 1st down and enter Patriots territory. What's going on, Steve? Thank you so much for tuning in and subscribing to the channel. Much appreciated, man. Thank you so much. Dante Hightower was close to getting to Brady on that last play. Brady 28 yards away from setting the NFL passing record. And Brady once again finds Mike Evans. And Evans spinning inside the 25, eventually tackled by McCourty and Duggar. You're from Pittsburgh, Steve. Very good. Very good. Awesome. Yeah, I am from Massachusetts. I live about 10 miles from Gillette Stadium, couple of towns away, right down the road from Foxborough. I would love to be at this game tonight, but the ticket price is just absurd. So calling the game from home will do just fine. But yeah, I am a diehard Boston sports fan, being from Massachusetts. And now Brady calling a timeout as the play clock was down to 1. 5:20 to go in the opening quarter. Thanks, everyone, for popping in tonight. Much appreciated, as always. And, of course, this is a special, special game. Boy, was the hype for this one out of the roof. I mean, I'm just so happy that the game is finally here. You know, there was so much talk about it. I just wanted this game to get started. And obviously, I will forever love Tom Brady for everything he did as a Patriot. But now that the game has started, it's time for business as the Patriots try and spring an upset. And what's going on, Carlos? Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Oh, that's right, Steve. Now I remember you. Yes, that's right. You did listen to me during USA Mexico. Yep, that's right. Now I definitely remember who you are. Yes, and you asked me about my soccer scarves. Well, yes, that is very true. Here's a throw out wide. The catch is made and pushed out of bounds was Antonio Brown, a 3-yard reception. 2nd down and about 7. Nah, Carlos. Bucks aren't going to destroy. No way, no way. And look at that. Tom Brady has just surpassed Drew Brees for the most passing yards in NFL history. 80,362 now for Brady. Brees had 30,358. So Brady officially surpassing Drew Brees for the most passing yards in NFL history. Huge congrats to Tom Brady, greatest of all time. 2nd and 7. Brady overshot the receiver. That was a wild throw. I believe that was Cody McElroy, it was, who is closest to that ball. 3rd and 7. Yeah, I know Pulisic and Reyna are both out for the next window of World Cup qualifiers due to injuries. Yeah, I mean, I'm still confident. Yes, I still think they should get at least 7 points in this window, even without those two. As Brady will fire for the end zone again, and that's another risky pass. Kyle Duggar was in the area. The intended receiver, Cameron Brate, 4th down and 7, and the Buccaneers will bring out the kicking unit. Yes, Carlos. Are you talking about from last week when Justin Tucker hit that, what was it, a 66-yard field goal that hit the crossbar and went in? Yeah, I did see that. That was Just insane. That was crazy. Yep. This will be a 29-yard field goal attempt as Ryan Suckup will attempt to put the Buccaneers on the board first. And he does just that with 4:49 to play in the opening quarter. It's a 3-0 lead for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, Steve. Steve, bringing the jokes in here. I see. I'll be back after a quick break. Buccaneers strike first, 3-0. We'll see what Mac Jones and the Patriots offense can do next. Welcome back, everybody. On a rainy night in Foxborough, Massachusetts, the Buccaneers have struck first on Sunday Night Football. 3-0 lead for Tampa Bay. The DC-Baltimore area has a community of Cowboy fans. It's weird if you make fun of them. Really? Welcome into the stream, by the way, Bargov. Let's go Patriots, Bargov. But I appreciate you tuning in, even if you're cheering for the Buccaneers tonight. No, Boston doesn't have that, to my knowledge anyways, Carlos. I mean, obviously, just like any other city, there's some people from different parts of the country that, have moved to Boston and root for those teams, but there's not, a big, or rather a community of Cowboy fans by any means. Mac Jones was born in Jacksonville, Florida. He played in Tuscaloosa, I should say, for Alabama. He won the 2021 National Championship in Miami Gardens, Florida. Graduated with a 4.0 GPA, by the way. So his whole childhood spent in the South pretty much. And now up north, he is a Patriot in his rookie season. And there's a 18-yard completion. That's Kendrick Bourne with the catch. First down, New England. Have I thought about a multi-league score crawl on the bottom? Oh, you mean on the ticker? That would be very cool, Steve. I will admit. Yeah, I have thought about something like that before. The thing is, it would just be. I mean, I guess yeah, it would work if I was talking about final scores from earlier in the day. But if I put up scores from different leagues regarding games that were going on right now, I would have to, continually update those myself, which, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but I do, want to focus on actually doing the play-by-play for the game. But yeah, that's a decent idea. This low throw from Jones Batted down by Barrett. Incomplete to Hunter Henry, 3rd and 10. But yeah, that's not a bad idea at all, Steve. So we'll see what the Patriots do on 3rd and 10. The ball on the 42-yard line. Two receivers to the right. One wide left. Jones drops back in the pocket. Pressure arrives. The throw tipped and picked off. The Buccaneers this time force a turnover for real. It's Antoine Winfield with the interception over the middle. Jones got lit up right after the throw. He was forced to get it out in a hurry. The pass was tipped at first by Ross Cockrell and then picked off by Winfield. The Buccaneers take over. And thank you so much, Steve. I appreciate the kind words, man. I'll be back after a quick commercial break. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. And the rain is certainly coming down tonight in Foxborough, Massachusetts. But that's not dampening the atmosphere on tonight's game. Tom Brady's wife in attendance, as usual, but his parents are also in attendance, which is not a regular occurrence these days. And a special night for Tom Brady with his parents in attendance for this one, as it'll be 2nd down and about 7 coming up. Make it 6, 4-yard gain on the carry to open up this Tampa Bay drive. Play action here. Brady going to launch it deep downfield. It's over the head and incomplete. Over the head of Tyler Johnson. 3rd down and 6. And so here we go on 3rd down. Tom Brady frustrated after that play. Can the Patriots make a stop here? Well, right as the ball is snapped, it's whistles galore. And it's a penalty against the Patriots. How's my day going? It's going pretty good, Van. Yeah, I've Sundays are the one day where I don't really have anything going on. So, yeah, are usually relaxing for me. I started the day off with, some Premier League in the morning and then some NFL in the afternoon. Um, yeah, I've been waiting all day for this game to get started. You have no school tomorrow? Oh, really? That's awesome. Good for you, man. I have school tomorrow, unfortunately, and that's a strong run up the middle for Leonard Fournette. First down and 10. Fournette with 5 carries for 38 yards. He also has 1 reception for 13 yards, and the Bucs move the chains. What does neutral game mean? What do you mean? Oh, like I said, as a neutral fan, it just means when you don't have a rooting interest for any of the two teams playing. As that throw out wide, caught by Evans, taken out of bounds at the 49 of New England by J.C. Jackson. Jackson Evans will be a fascinating matchup all night long. Nice route by Evans that time. And the throw on the money from Tom Brady. Yeah, I know Chelsea are now in first in the Premier League. Yeah, love to see it. Here's 2nd and 4. Oh, what a pass that is. Evans the catch, looking for some blocks, and he'll only manage to get back to the line of scrimmage. You still don't get it? No, all I was saying, Van, is I said earlier, like the Steelers Packers game wasn't, necessarily a thrilling game for a neutral fan since the Packers pretty much, well, pretty much dominated. The game was never in doubt. A neutral, a neutral fan, that means you don't root for either team playing. Like I'm not a Packers or a Steelers fan, so that's what I meant by that. As that throw is caught by Brown out of bounds at about the 20-yard line, and we'll see where they end up marking it. But the Buccaneers are on the move here. Antonio Brown really just beating Jones with speed, and then the throw right into the breadbasket of Brown. Brady already 9 of 15 for 104 yards, and we're only in the opening quarter. There's Fournette with a 3-yard carry up the middle, and that could bring us to the end of quarter one. Second down and 7 on the way. And indeed, Tom Brady will be content with bringing this game to the second quarter. No, not a neutral site, Van. Never mind. I was just talking about what a neutral fan means. It means you don't root for either team playing in a game. Like for people watching this game right here that aren't a Patriots or Buccaneers fan, they're considered neutral fans. They don't have a rooting interest. That's all it means. I'm not talking about a neutral site. I'll be right back for the second quarter after this quick break. Stay tuned. 3-0 Bucs lead. Welcome back, everybody, as we get set for the start of the second quarter. Belichick's record when former quarterbacks started against him: 5-1 against Drew Bledsoe, 3-3 against Vinny Testaverde. Those are just two examples among many more, but typically Bill Belichick has a pretty good record against former quarterbacks he coached. Brady, calm in the pocket, the throw incomplete off the hands of Mike Evans. He was covered tightly by J.C. Jackson. 3rd and 7 on the way for Tampa Bay. So here we go on 3rd and 7 for Tampa Bay. 148 total yards for the Buccaneers, just 32 for New England thus far. Brady drops back, pressure arrives, the low throw dropped by Fournette. Matthew Judon was approaching Brady that time, and the Buccaneers once more will have to settle for a field goal attempt. And out comes Ryan Suckup, who's 1 for 1 on the night. His first field goal, a chip shot converted from 29 yards out. This time he'll attempt a 36-yard field goal. And it is no good. Wide right from Ryan Suckup. The 36-yard field goal attempt is off the mark from Suckup. He put it wide right, and the Buccaneers' lead stays put at 3. The Patriots will take over next. All right, welcome back in, everybody. Early second quarter, and what appeared to be a drive that would result in points ends up an empty drive for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after a 36-yard field goal miss from Ryan Suckup. So the Patriots take over from their own 26, trailing 3-0. And here's Damian Harris. He's getting nowhere. Devin White with the tackle. There is a flag down on the play. No worries, Steve. No worries if you fall asleep, as the penalty is against the Patriots, holding against Michael Onwenu. And yes, I do plan on doing play-by-play for the USA World Cup qualifiers later this week. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do the game against Jamaica on Thursday night, and then Panama after that, and Costa Rica the following week. Yeah, as long as I don't have too much homework for the weekday games, I should be good to go for those games. So yeah, I'm like 90% sure that I'll be doing those World Cup qualifying games, Steve. So yes, as this is a screen pass underneath, caught by Jonnu Smith. He'll only pick up a yard, and it'll be 2nd and long coming up. That was Nunez Roches with the tackle. Richard Sherman also out there for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. His first game as a Buck, his 11th season in the league, a 3-time first-team All-Pro, 5-time Pro Bowl selection. He signed with the team just 4 days ago on Wednesday. 2nd and 18. Jones escaping the pressure, completing over the middle. A catch there by Kendrick Bourne, and it'll be 3rd down and short for the Patriots. Speaking of Sherman, he made the tackle. Yeah, I agree, Steve. I agree, man. I agree. They didn't look too good in that first round of qualifiers. So hopefully they can get 9 points this week. As on 3rd and 3, Jones looking right, finds Myers wide open, and Myers tripped up at the 48. It will be a Patriots first down. That'll move the chains, and New England working quickly here. Early second quarter. Jones once again over the middle, off the hands of Myers, incomplete. 2nd down and 10. So here we go. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Patriots. Kendrick Bourne in motion. Jones under pressure. The throw caught, but Bourne taken down at the 47 of Tampa Bay. Antoine Winfield with the tackle. And that'll set up 3rd down and 5. Mac Jones already taking some significant hits in the early stages of this game. On 3rd and 5, Jacoby Myers motions into the middle. Jones throwing wide, incomplete, but a flag down on the play. And that was N'Keal Harry, the intended target. It's his first game as a Patriot this season. After he was activated off the IR, here's the call. It's pass interference against Richard Sherman. N'Keal Harry, by the way, wearing number 1, which was, of course, occupied by Cam Newton until he was cut from the team in the preseason. Sherman rolling his eyes at that call. It sets up a first down for the Patriots at the Buccaneers 37. Jakob Johnson and Damian Harris both in the backfield. Myers motioning right. Jones hands it off. Harris trying to push his way forward, but he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play for New England. Harris once again in the deep backfield. Bourne over to the left side. Here's 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. Goes to Harris. Harris skipping his way to the left, and the tackle made from behind by Levante David. A flag down on the play. There's been a number of penalties so far in this game. That'll be a holding call against Onwenu, the second such penalty against Onwenu tonight. Onwenu's had a solid young career in the NFL. And there was the hold on Vita Vea. And so a 10-yard penalty will bring up 2nd and 20 for New England. Look at the rushing yards. 44 for Tampa, -3 for New England. The passing yards 104 to 73 in Tampa's favor, 148 to 69 the total yardage. Jones in the pocket, delivers a dime over the middle. Kendrick Bourne tackled at the 32. That's a big gain to set up a 3rd and manageable. And Richard Sherman has been targeted often so far. They're throwing to Bourne a lot and testing Sherman here in the second quarter. It'll be 3rd down and 4 from the 32-yard line. Brandon Bolden stands to the left of Jones. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Jones dropping back. Short pass caught, a lot of open field, and Bolden runs into it for a 1st down. The Patriots extend the drive and move the chains. Five minutes gone in quarter 2. Now Jones will flip it back to Brandon Bolden. He won't get anywhere. The play by Whitehead. Just under 10 minutes to go in the first half from Foxborough. The Patriots offense in 2021 has had 34 drives, 4 touchdowns, 9 field goals, 15 punts. Not really ideal, to say the least. Now 2nd and 10 for Mac Jones. Play action. Quick release. Incomplete. Aguilar, the intended receiver, and now a late flag thrown. It was Davis in coverage. And will he be called for pass interference here? We await the verdict. Here it is from Bill Vinovich. Indeed, pass interference on Carlton Davis. That's a spot foul, so that should be a 1st and 10 from the 15 for New England. They'll actually place it at the 14. So here we go for the Patriots. Myers motions from left to right. Jones looking to throw underneath, completes to Myers. Immediately tackled on the play by, I believe that was Nunez Roches. Pickup of 4. Or it might have been Devin White. Let's see. Yeah, it was. It was Devin White making the tackle on the play. Here's 2nd and 7, just a 3-yard gain, in fact. Damien Harris in the backfield. He motions right. Jones buying time, throwing. That ball's caught, spinning into the end zone is Hunter Henry. And that's a Patriots touchdown. New England on the board for the first time tonight, and they take the lead. It's an 11-play, 74-yard drive lasting just over 6 minutes. And the fans at Gillette Stadium with something to cheer about here, with over 8 minutes to play in the first half. Hunter Henry on the receiving end of the pass by Mac Jones. Great protection from the offensive line to give Jones the time to make that play. And the extra point is good from Nick Folk. A statement drive, one would say, from Mac Jones and the Patriots offense. He connects with Hunter Henry, and it's New England in front of Tampa. We'll see how the Buccaneers and Tom Brady respond next. All right, welcome back in, everybody. And at Gillette Stadium, it's 7-3, Patriots in front. Tom Brady against Bill Belichick. And so here we go. The Patriots kick it off after the touchdown pass from Jones to Henry, and that will be a touchback. Tom Brady said to the Sunday Night Football crew on Bill Belichick, "For 20 years, we had a great relationship. He wanted me to be the best quarterback I could be, and I wanted him to be the best head coach he could be." And he was. Bill Belichick on Tom Brady said, "I loved coaching Tom. Have a ton of respect for him and appreciate everything he did. I wish him nothing but success, except on Sunday night." A lot of respect between those two. Here's a carry, strong run up the middle for a 6-yard gain by Ronald Jones. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight. We got a flag down on the play. All right, here's 2nd and 9 for Tampa Bay. Brady looking to his left. The throw is complete. And that is Mickens with the catch. 3rd down and short coming up. Sorry, I just had to text someone. And that ball is caught by Fournette. He is pushed out of bounds. 1st down, Tampa Bay. And here's Brady. He's in trouble and he goes down. Matthew Judon with the sack for the Patriots. Second down and 18 after an 8-yard loss. Brady dropping back. He's under pressure again, running to his right, and the throw incomplete. Diving out for it was McElroy, but the Patriots defense stands tall. 3rd and 18 coming up. All right, here we go on 3rd and 18. This is out wide to Mickens, and he's tackled at the 29. What a play by Jalen Mills. This Patriots defense fired up. A big drive for New England's D, and the Buccaneers will have to punt away. And so the punt sent away by Bradley Pinion, and that will drop at about the 31 and down to the 32-yard line by Robinson. The Patriots defense making a statement after the Patriots offense made it to the end zone. New England will have the ball after the break, leading 7-3 against a frustrated Tom Brady at the moment. All right, welcome back, everybody. 7-3 New England leads. 4-point advantage as the rain is not letting up in Foxborough. Typical conditions on an October night in New England. And the Patriots are the ones smiling right now, although it's a close one. At Gillette Stadium on Sunday Night Football, 4:54 left in the half. Jones completes short reception for Jacoby Myers, wrapped up by Richard Sherman. And this is a big drive right here for New England. What up, Steve? Welcome into the broadcast. I appreciate it, man. And as well as Song, thanks for tuning in. I'm doing pretty well, Song. Patriots are winning. Jones under some pressure. The throw caught by Myers. And he's hit hard across the 45-yard line. And it doesn't look like Myers is getting up as he clutches that right knee of his. And he is in quite some discomfort. Just listening at work, awesome song. Oh yeah, right. It's already tomorrow for you. It's already Monday morning, right, for you. Sunday night here in the United States. Yes, greetings from Suriname. Awesome, Steve. Appreciate you tuning in from the jungles of Suriname. I'll be back after this quick injury timeout. Jacoby Myers, the injured player for the Patriots. Welcome back, everybody. Touchdown passes since 2020. Well, Patriots quarterbacks 15, the fewest in the NFL. Tom Brady 50, which is the most in the NFL. How about that? 10:30 a.m. where you are, Song. Wow, so you're 13 hours ahead of me. Yeah, it's 9:30 p.m. where I am. I actually have a friend who grew up in the town I live in here in Massachusetts in the U.S. and he actually moved to Singapore. He lived there for 3 years. As that handoff to Damian Harris will not work out well for New England, and Harris a bit shaken up after the hit delivered by Whitehead. But yeah, my friend, he moved to Singapore and lived there for 3 years, and so he was like 12 hours ahead of me. It was the exact opposite time. So it was a bit difficult to communicate with him because when he was sleeping, I was awake and vice versa for the most part. Um, he actually now lives in California, so he's back in the U.S., but not in Massachusetts. And Harris will be attended to by the medical staff. So on back-to-back plays, the Patriots see two key offensive players go down with injuries. The good sign is that Jakobi Meyers is walking on his own on the sideline. So hopefully that injury for him moments ago is nothing too serious. But now the concern is with Damian Harris. And yeah, he caught a leg to the knee, and I'll tell you what, that stings. That's not a good feeling at all, but hopefully it's nothing too serious here. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate a song. I definitely understand the trickiness of the time difference, no doubt about it. And Meyers is back into the game while Harris limps to the sideline. 2nd down and 11. Mac Jones taken down. That's a sack for the Buccaneers, and making the play is Shaquille Barrett. It's 3rd and long. New England seeking a big play here on 3rd and long. Shaq Barrett just bullying his way by Michael Onwenu and ultimately forcing Mac Jones to surrender. This will be 3rd and 17, back at the 41. Oh, it's a lateral pass, and now Meyers dropping back. He's going to go across field. That's caught by Bolden, and now Bolden taking off down the sideline, pushing for the 1st down. He'll be knocked out just a yard short of the Piers. But a nice bit of trickery there from the Patriots. And will they go for it here on 4th and short? A lateral pass by Meyers, and then Meyers across the field, finding Bolden, and Bolden had a whole lot of room to attack, eventually knocked out of bounds by Winfield. It'll actually be 4th and 2, and the Patriots offense at least now staying in there. However, they'll have some time to think about what they want to do as we reach the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. It's Sunday Night Football, and it's a close one. 7-3, Patriots lead. Big decision to make for Bill Belichick as 4th and 2 is coming up on the other side. Welcome back. Coming up at halftime, I'll talk about the Buccaneers' red zone struggles and the first half performance from Mac Jones. 4th down and 2, meanwhile, still 2 minutes left until we reach halftime in Foxborough. Rainy night at Gillette. Chance of converting here on a run, 64%, on a pass, 58%, according to Next Gen Stats, powered by AWS. However, the Patriots do bring the punt unit out, so Bill Belichick flipped course, changed his mind, and it looks like the play clock is down to 0, and the Patriots will just take the penalty, and now we know most definitely they'll punt it away. You can tell by Bill Belichick's look, he was thinking about going for it, but in the end, thought differently, thought better maybe. We'll see. I mean, I guess we'll never know how it would have been if the Patriots went for it. Belichick will play it safely this time. So Jake Bailey out for the punt. Punt is released from the 40. And this takes a nice Patriots bounce. And that is dribbling inside the 5. Down at the 4-yard line by Matthew Slater. And wasn't that beautiful from Jake Bailey? Minute 49 to go in the half. And the Buccaneers with a lot of field to work with. That was just about a perfect punt from Jake Bailey. Meanwhile, a Buccaneer is down on the play. And that is Carlton Davis, the injured player. We'll step aside for an injury timeout. I'll be right back. Buccaneers ball trailing by 4. Welcome back. The injured player, Carlton Davis, helped off by the athletic trainers. Minute 49 left in the half, and you never want to see an injury like that, and it's not looking bright for Carlton Davis, which will put even more of a responsibility on Richard Sherman in his first game as a Buccaneer. But for now, the focus on the Tampa Bay offense. A minute 49 is plenty of time for Tom Brady as the drive starts from the 5 of Tampa Bay. Brady completes to Brown. He's immediately wrapped up and tackled at the 9. Making the play there was Jonathan Jones. Second down and 6. The Buccaneers holding on to their final 2 timeouts. Brady dropping back at the goal line. Now running to his right. Brady down the sideline. That's caught by Evans. He stayed in bounds, though, and so the clock keeps on rolling. 71 seconds left in the half, and now it looks like Tampa will use a timeout. Meanwhile, Carlton Davis, it looks like, is going to be carted into the locker room. Barely able to put weight on that injured leg of his. How about Tom Brady on the move, connecting down the right sideline with Mike Evans. And the Buccaneers indeed use their second timeout. They'll put a little bit more time on the clock. 75 seconds left in the half. Tom Brady thus far 13 of 22 for 145 yards, Fournette, 7 rushes for 44 yards, 1 reception for 13 yards. Mike Evans also with a number of catches so far this first half. No touchdowns to show for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, though. Here's 1st and 10 from the 37. Brady airing it out right into the hands of Evans. A perfect pass. Evans tackled in the field of play. So the time rolls on. Minute left in the half. 1st down and 10 from the New England 37. So they went from the Tampa 37 to the New England 37. 26-yard reception. Brady looking right. Throw is caught. Another 1st down. That's Cameron Brate to the 26. Time keeps on ticking. The Buccaneers holding on to that final timeout. 35 seconds left in the half. Clock at 27. Brady down the sideline. Incomplete. Over the head of Mike Evans. That will give the Buccaneers a chance to reset. The clock stopping with 25 seconds left. Second down and 10, and what a big moment in the game this is. It's been mainly about the defenses so far. And it would be a surprise to many if Tom Brady does not get into the end zone in this half. He goes quick to the sideline, and a misplaced throw. Too high for Brown, incomplete. It's 3rd and 10 with 21 seconds left in the half. Well, that is not a mistake you really ever see from Tom Brady. Bit of a wobbly throw, and Antonio Brown tried to leap up to make the play, could not do so. And so here comes 3rd and 10. From the Patriots 26. Brady thrown to the right sideline off the fingertips of Brown and incomplete again. 18 seconds on the clock, and it looks like Tampa will be in for another field goal attempt. This time, it was more on target, but still a little bit off the mark to Brown. And my goodness, that rain is really becoming a factor. Of course, it's nothing new for Tom Brady. He played New England for 2 decades, but for a lot of these Buccaneers players, they're used to beautiful weather down in Tampa, not this type of crappy weather in New England. A 44-yard attempt for Suckup. Remember, he missed from 36. And right before the snap, New England call a timeout trying to ice the kicker. And make Suckup think more about it. A reminder that the NASCAR Cup Series rolls on. The playoffs will head to Charlotte Roval next Sunday, that is. And also tomorrow at 1 Eastern time will be the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs from Talladega. I'm assuming that got today's race in Talladega got rained out, and that's why it got moved to tomorrow. Nonetheless, back to the football. Ryan Suckup, as mentioned, 1 for 2. He made a 29-yard field goal. He missed his last attempt from 36. What can he do here from 44? Gillette Stadium is rocking. Snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is good as well. Ryan Suckup knocks it through from 44. That kick would have been good from 51, according to Next Gen Stats. So the Buccaneers make it a 1-point ball game, 7-6 the score, and that was a nicely executed kick all around by the Tampa Bay special teams, and Suckup back on target, 2 for 3 on the night now, and he's accounted for all 6 Tampa Bay points. The Patriots, however, maintain the lead. Well, a lot of build up to this game, understandably so. It's the return for Tom Brady to New England as he takes on his former team. He and Bill Belichick go head to head after they, of course, won 6 Super Bowls together in New England. And so far, this game has not disappointed. I know many would say, this has been a low scoring game. We expected, or we were hoping for a duel between Tom Brady and Mac Jones. But, I think it's still been an entertaining first half. I do. It's a 7-6 ball game, and the Patriots defense limiting what Tom Brady has been able to do as the kick from Suck Up is into the end zone for a touchback. And just 13 seconds to work with, so I'd assume Mac Jones will take a knee and send us to halftime. He's 15 of 20 so far, the rookie throwing for 130 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. New England by 1, and indeed, Mac Jones takes the kneel, and that'll take us to the half. 30 minutes in the books, 30 minutes still to go, and it's a low-scoring, tightly contested contest between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New England Patriots. The Bucs will receive the second half kickoff. It's New England by 1, 7-6 the score on a rainy night in Foxborough. Of course, the return of Tom Brady in New England. Much anticipated matchup, and we should have a great second half ahead. I'll be back with the halftime report shortly, so don't miss it. I'll talk all about the first 2 quarters of play and look back at the key moments from this past weekend and give a shout out to my high school, Franklin High School. I was the PA announcer for their huge game on Friday night against Mansfield. We beat Mansfield, and that game, Franklin-Mansfield, will be featured for those of you watching the NBC broadcast on the halftime show. So I'll be looking out for that as well. Stick around. The halftime report is next. It's halftime in Foxborough. Tom Brady's return. But his team trails 7-6 at the break. A low-scoring first half of play at Gillette Stadium. The Patriots able to get into the end zone. The Buccaneers having to settle for a pair of field goals. Meanwhile, hope you guys are enjoying tonight's broadcast thus far. Glad to have you along for Sunday Night Football Week 4. And Tom Brady in that first half, he made some nice plays, but more times than not, he was off the well. I guess you can't say more times than not, but more times than usual with him, he was off the mark. A couple of high throws, a couple of low throws, and he never really got into a rhythm in that first half. No touchdowns. They missed a field goal on 2 red zone possessions. It just wasn't the Tampa Bay offense we are used to seeing, and I think we expected to see. Mac Jones, on the other hand, considering all the pressure, that's on his back in this game, has looked more comfortable than Brady, can I say? I mean, he has done well adjusting when he's needed to in the pocket and buying time, finding his receivers. That touchdown drive was a real nice one, capped off by a touchdown pass to Hunter Henry. Jones 15 of 20 for 130 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. And that's what impressed me most about Mac Jones in that first half. After he threw that interception, he calmed down, bounced back with a touchdown. All right, earlier in the day, it was the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Green Bay Packers. And, well, the Packers improved to 3-1 with a 27-17 victory over the now 1-3 Pittsburgh Steelers. The Chiefs and the Eagles squared off in the Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, 42-30. Kansas City would take the dub. 2-2 are the Chiefs. 1-3 now are the Eagles. The Panthers took on the Cowboys. This was, a matchup I was certainly looking forward to. The Cowboys take care of business, 36-28. Both teams now 3-1. Carolina suffers their first loss. Baltimore, Denver, another enticing matchup. Denver suffer their first loss. It was all Baltimore, 23-7. Both of those teams are 3-1. The Cardinals and the Rams squaring off at SoFi Stadium. A highly anticipated NFC West encounter, and it would be the Arizona Cardinals heading into SoFi and getting the job done, 37-20. The Rams suffer their first loss. They go to 3-1, and the Cardinals, well, they remain undefeated, 4-0. QBs injured today include Jimmy Garoppolo. He suffered a calf injury in the first half against the Seahawks. Teddy Bridgewater, meanwhile, suffered a concussion in the first half against the Ravens. Both quarterbacks did not play in the second half of their respective games. What's going on, Carlos? Yeah, your Ravens got the win against the Broncos. Yeah, it's a close game, man. 7-6, Patriots by a point. Who's going to the Super Bowl? Ooh, man, that is tough to say. I'm going to go Chiefs. Well, the Chiefs have been struggling, but I still think the Chiefs, honestly. I'm going to say Chiefs-Rams in the Super Bowl, although that's a way too early prediction. But that's what I'm saying right now. I'll be back with more on the Halftime Report. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the halftime report. A 1-point ball game, and much to look forward to in the second half from Foxborough. It's the Patriots with a 7-6 lead over the Buccaneers. I'll be back with more right after this. The second half just around the corner. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are set to begin the second half of action in Foxborough. Third quarter about to get started, and it's the Patriots with a 7-6 lead over the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers will get the football to start the second half. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. The rain not letting up. Tom Brady set an NFL record for career pass yards. Mac Jones, 15 of 20, 130 yards, a touchdown, and an interception in that first half. The Patriots on 6 rushes had -6 yards, the fewest under Belichick in a first half. Tom Brady, first game without a team touchdown in a first half at Gillette since December 28th of 2014. So all types of crazy stats in that first half. And so here we go to the second. The kick is up and away from Jake Bailey. And this will be returnable from the goal line. Spinning around and taken down inside the 20 by Chase Winovich. Well, we do have an update. Bruce Arians has said that Carlton Davis with a quad injury is out, so he will not return tonight. We saw Davis limp off in quite a bit of discomfort. Belichick, meanwhile, said they need to tackle Fournette better. Simple words, yet valid ones from Bill Belichick. So here we go. The Tampa offense ready to run the first play from scrimmage in the second half. We're underway in the third quarter. And speaking of Fournette, he gets the ball right away to start the half. Short gain up the middle. We'll make it second down and 6. Ball on the 18-yard line. The crowd at Gillette Stadium getting right back into it. In motion is Cameron Brate. Throw over the middle. Dropped by Brate. He had it in his hands. Unable to haul it in. It's third down and 6 for the Buccaneers. Well, that was one Brate really should have had. Up comes third and 6 for the Buccaneers, trying to avoid a 3-and-out. Brady drops back, gonna air it out deep downfield. Antonio Brown makes the catch. Inside the Patriots 40, there is a penalty marker down on the play. And the Patriots signaling it's against Tampa. It is. Hands to the face against the left tackle, Donovan Smith. Yep, there it is. Yeah, it's an obvious call, really. His hands all in the face of Matt Judon. And that takes away a spectacular throw by Brady and catch by Brown. Third down and 15. And the Buccaneers all the way back to their own 9. They're going to try to run it here. Fournette making a move, but can't get by the 15. It's Kyle Duggar there to make the play. Mike Evans was furious about something. He was barking to the face of the referee. Fourth down it is, and Tampa will have to punt. It's been a frustrating night for Tom Brady thus far, and that story continues here to start the second half. Nobody deep to return here from New England. Interesting move. And now Gunnar Olszewski will back up for the Patriots. This punt from Bradley Pinion will take place from inside the 5. Here it is, sailing to the right side. Olszewski will return down the sideline, and he gets all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, that worked out perfectly for New England. And talk about good field position. The Patriots certainly have it here. Well, Tom Brady still with no touchdowns. It's a 3-and-out for Tampa Bay, and the Patriots start this drive pretty deep into Tampa territory. I'll be back with more next. The rain is not letting up here. Early second half between the Patriots and the Bucs. 7-6 is the score. Patriots by a point. They do have the ball for the first time this half. 12:46 remaining in the third quarter. And it's at the 38 of Tampa. That's where the Patriots start this drive after Tampa had a costly penalty that resulted in a underwhelming drive. Here's Jones, play action, throw underneath, caught by Harris, and Harris gets to the 30. Well, good to see him back out there after he sustained that injury in the second quarter, remember. That'll make it second and short for New England as the Patriots try to extend the lead and perhaps take a 2-score lead on this drive. Second and 1. Myers motions right, I should say. Quick handoff. Harris up the middle trying to push forward. Does he have the first down? It looks like it. Indeed, they'll give it to him. So a first down for New England. Patriots now at the 28. Five seconds on the play clock. Jones dropping back, quick pass out wide, caught by Taylor. The ball popped loose, and it's scooped up by Tampa Bay. Richard Sherman has the football. Winfield knocked it out of J.J. Taylor's hands, and that's just what the Buccaneers needed. Fumble recovered by the Bucs. Tampa will try to build off of that next. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. There's been a mixed reaction overall, I think, from Patriots fans on the departure of Tom Brady after he left New England for Tampa Bay 18 months ago. It's crazy how he's been gone for a year and a half already. But I think overall, for the most part, at least for myself, I'll always love Tom Brady. I think he's the greatest player of all time. Um, but team comes first. No individual is higher than the team. So, I'll always be a Patriots fan, of course, being from Massachusetts. So, on a night like tonight, you know, in the pregame, yes, you can cheer for Tom Brady as a Patriots fan, but once the game starts, it's all business, and hopefully the Patriots can beat Brady and the Bucks and pull off the upset. Going back though to that J.J. Taylor fumble, that's just a hard tackle by Antoine Winfield to force it loose. And now here's a handoff to Fournette. He's taken down. That's a great play by Lawrence Guy. 3rd and 2 on the way for Tampa Bay. So here we go on 3rd and short for the Buccaneers. Brady gonna throw. It's batted down. Incomplete. The Patriots defense once more rises to the occasion. Dietrich Wise getting a hand to it. What a great play by Wise as he just reached out with his right arm over the offensive lineman, Donovan Smith. And the 4th punt of the game is coming for Bradley Pinion. And the Buccaneers fail to capitalize off of another Bucks defensive turnover. And this will be returned from inside the 20 by Olszewski, tripped up at the 23. Well, the Patriots defense certainly having themselves a night, aren't they? 7-6, New England by 1. They have the ball again after the break. And so this is the first game in NFL history that both coaches were 69 or more years old. Both Bill Belichick and Bruce Arians, currently 69 years of age. How about that? 9:41 left in the third quarter. These two coaches experienced, to say the least. And this is a nice pass out wide. Aguilar bounces off a tackle and now pushed down eventually by Antoine Winfield. But yeah, I think the most impressive thing tonight from Mac Jones is the way he's been able to handle the pressure, because there was a lot of it coming into tonight. Let's not be mistaken. 24 dropbacks for him, 2 sacks, 3 hits, 4 hurries. The blitz coming again, and this time Jones can't get away. Dragged down for the sack. That's William Golston making the play for Tampa's defense. And that will set up a 3rd and long for New England. They need 12 yards for the first down here. Backed up to their own 20. Mac Jones taken down again. The rookie delivers a huge hit. That's Joe Tyron Shoyinka. Back-to-back sacks for Tampa Bay, and now it's the Patriots who'll punt. My goodness. What a sack that was from the rookie Tyron Shoyinka. 4th sack of the game for the Buccaneers. Here's the punt from Jake Bailey. Backing up to the 30. This is a return by Mickens. Little hesitation move. The ball popped loose. The Patriots have it. There is a penalty on the play. Does New England have it? Oh, the referee's trying to decipher that as they unravel the pile. And that was quite the sequence. No matter what ends up being the call here, that looks like it's a jump ball, really. That looks like a tie-up. And so a big decision to make. 7:29 left in the third quarter. Oh, yeah, and there's the flag. It's because Matthew Slater went out of bounds and then back in, but he was pushed out. So why should that be a penalty? Slater was the one who knocked it out, by the way. The crowd's seeing the replay, and they're going crazy. Let's see what we got here. There could be a whole number of scenarios. Let's see. A rain of boos from Gillette Stadium. Unsportsmanlike conduct called against Matthew Slater. The official penalty is that he went out of bounds and did not return in a timely manner. So the officials make the call, a 15-yard penalty, and so the Buccaneers will keep it. Yeah, Slater was claiming he was being pushed out. I agree. Bill Belichick looks confused. But the call is the call. Matthew Slater in his 14th season, a 9-time Pro Bowl selection. He's had an incredible career, perhaps an underrated one. And so they're actually going to replay fourth down here. So they'll redo the punt from 15 yards back now because apparently Tampa did recover the fumble. So it's a whole lot to unravel in that sequence, but in the end, we'll have the punt retaken from 15 yards further back. We'll see what Jake Bailey can do this time around. 4th and 27 is what that makes it now. Matt Judon tonight, 20 pass rush snaps, 1 sack, 2 quarterback hurries. So this punt is going to take place from inside the end zones. This is going to be tough here for Jake Bailey. We know he's got a heck of a leg. See what he can pull off here. Back to return is Mickens again, I believe. Mickens, who fumbled on the last punt after he absorbed the hit from Matthew Slater. So yeah, that ball is placed at the 6. So Bailey is all the way in the back of his end zone. This is big right here. The punt is off cleanly. And this ball is carrying back all the way to the 36. Returned up the sideline by Mickens, and he'll head out of bounds at about the 47. Still good field position for the Buccaneers. At the same time, considering where that punt was from, it's a decent job by Jake Bailey on the punt. Matthew Judon, he certainly seems like a fun guy, doesn't he? Showing him dancing. What's going on, Gabriel? Welcome back in. We have a close one here on Sunday Night Football. Yeah, this drive will start from the 48. Play action. Screen pass caught underneath and getting some blocks and taking off for the first down is Fournette. Judon with the tackle from behind. Fournette getting to the 41 of New England. For a Buccaneers first down, I should say. Tampa trailing 7-6. It's been a tight one throughout. A low-scoring game, of course, obviously. Here we go on 1st and 10. Handed off to Fournette. He's brought down at the 40. Short gain, a flag on the play. Yeah, the game's still going on, Gabriel. Yeah, I mean, we're only 2 hours and 15 minutes into the game. NFL games typically last about 3 hours, if not more. Yeah, there's still a lot of game left here. 6:33 to go in the third quarter, and a hands to the face penalty called against Lawrence Scott. So that'll be an automatic first down for the Buccaneers. I'm not sure where the hands to the face was, but the call was made. 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. Ball in the 34 of New England. 2 receivers to the left. Handed off to Fournette. He finds a hole and now wrapped up by Duggar. Tackle made at the 27. It'll be 2nd down and about 3. Six minutes left in the third quarter, and fatigue could very well start to play a factor for both defenses, quite frankly. Right now, the Patriots defense trying to make a stop to get off the field and take a breather. Motioning left is O.J. Howard. Fournette looking for some blocks, getting to the outside, cutting back to the middle, and he has a first down to the 20-yard line of New England. I don't know, Gabriel. I live in the U.S., so in the United States, the game's on NBC. I don't know where the game is being shown in Canada, so I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. In the U.S., it's on NBC. In Canada, it might be on DAZN. I'm not sure. I am not sure, to be honest with you. Fournette will take a breather on the Buccaneers sideline. 5 seconds on the play clock. 1st and 10 from the 20. Play action. Brady rolling right, buying time, and eventually throwing out of bounds as the pressure was arriving. 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Christian Barmore was closing in on Brady there. Yeah, Brady was trying to get as much time as to buy as much time as possible, but in the end ran out of it. No one was open. Had to throw it away. 4:45 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Brady's going to throw to the right sideline. It's caught. Mike Evans reaching out for the first down. Does he have it? Not quite. It'll be 3rd down and 1, and a huge 3rd down at that. So here we go on 3rd and 1 for the Buccaneers. Handoff and a first down. That's a strong run by Ronald Jones. 1st down and goal. What's up, Van? How many hours is it to Nebraska from where I live, you mean, in Massachusetts? By car? Oh man, that's a long drive. Probably like a whole day, probably like 24 hours. As Ronald Jones runs down the sideline. Is he in? Yes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 8 plays, 52 yards on the scoring drive in just under 4 minutes as the Buccaneers reclaim the lead. Really good blocking, and Jones able to reach out for the Tampa Bay touchdown. What's up, Isaac? Welcome to the broadcast, man. Hope you're doing well, Isaac. Glad to have you here as the extra point is on the way from Ryan Suckup. Yeah, Lukaku's been a little cold lately, Van. Indeed, and the extra point is good from Suckup. Jared Stidham was never my favorite QB, Isaac, but that's not for debate right now. 13-7, Buccaneers in front. Mac Jones and the Patriots offense will look for a response next. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back, everybody. A rainy night in Foxborough, Massachusetts. And yes, indeed, Song. It has been a low scoring game. I didn't expect it to be this low scoring, in all honesty, but it has been. you, you predicted Brady throwing 7 touchdowns. Yeah, well, throw that out the window. Not quite, as this is a return out of the end zone by Brandon Bolden, and Bolden manages to get to the 22-yard line. In free agency, the Patriots spent, well, a lot of money to get the likes of Matthew Judon, Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith, Kendrick Bourne. 11 starters not with the team in 2020, the most new starters since 2001 when they were 13 through 3 weeks. Here we go on 1st and 10. Drive starts from the 23 for New England, down by 6. Jones under pressure right away, escapes, throws, catch made, I should say. Damian Harris spinning across the 40 and down at the 44. Oh, really, Gabriel? The game is on DAZN in Canada. There you go. There you go. You found it. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know anything about, sports on Canadian television. I mean, I know the popular channels, I should say. Like TSN, Sportsnet. I know DAZN is becoming big now in Canada. But I don't know like which, sports and leagues are on which channels in Canada, as that's complete to the left side. 1st down into Buccaneer territory. Nelson Aguilar with the catch. Here's 1st and 10 from the 43 of Tampa Bay. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Jones throws a bullseye to Jacoby Myers. 2nd and medium with 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. An important drive here for the Patriots. Buccaneers on that last play. Rush 3. Quick release from Jones to find Myers. 2nd and 5, 2 in the backfield. Jones going to throw. That's complete. Out wide to N'Keal Harry. At the 27-yard line, it's another Patriots 1st down. Well, Harry, an interesting story. He's been disappointing in his first couple seasons with New England. He requested for a trade before training camp started. The Patriots basically said, no, you're staying here. And, N'Keal Harry said, all right then, got to work. And here he is off the IR, making contributions against the Buccaneers in his first game of the season. Play action, short pass caught in the backfield, and now running forward for another 1st down is Jonnu Smith. The chains keep on moving into the final minute of the 3rd quarter. A lot of space for Jonnu Smith on that left side. Able to get about 12 yards on the play. Here we go from the 16. Blitz comes immediately. Pass underneath, caught by Bolden. Bolden's taking off. Bolden tackled down at the 1 by Levante David. It's 1st and goal from a yard out for the Patriots. And that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Oh, really, Gabriel? Bundesliga's coming to DAZN soon as well. Cool. Yeah, here in the U.S., the Bundesliga is on ESPN. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Buccaneers 13, Patriots 7, but New England are a yard away from tying up this game. The fourth and final quarter is next. You won't want to miss it. It's the return of Tom Brady to New England. Stay tuned. We go to the fourth. Patriots down 13-7, but a promising drive here. First and goal from the 1. We'll see if they can get into the end zone on the first play of the final quarter. It's been a fun game on Sunday Night Football. Rookie quarterback Mac Jones has been answering back quite well. 6 of 6 on this drive for 76 yards. And here we go from a yard out on first and goal. Jones throws to the end zone. That ball is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. It's Jonnu Smith making the play, and this game is tied up at 13. 7 plays, 77 yards in 3.5 minutes, and that was a beautiful play call on play action. Fake handoff to Harris, and Smith left wide open in the back of the end zone for the easy catch. Mac Jones fired up, and an important extra point on the way from Nick Folk, and he converts with ease. The Patriots are back in front, 14-13, the score in Foxborough. 3 seconds into the fourth quarter. Well, it's been a fun matchup tonight between Tom Brady and Mac Jones. Maybe, not the amount of points we expected. Tom Brady has been releasing the ball very quickly, often tonight. And on a lot of occasions, the same could be said for Mac Jones. Both these quarterbacks getting the ball out in a hurry. And good evening to you, Michael. Welcome to the broadcast. Appreciate you tuning in, Michael. Hope you're doing well, man. Look at the quarterback comparison. Mac Jones putting up, better numbers than Tom Brady. Well, if not the same. Look at the QB rating. 106.3 for Jones, 72.7 for Tom Brady. Brady with no touchdowns, no interceptions. Jones now with 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. This crowd is loving what they're seeing, though, from the kid. The rookie quarterback, Mac Jones, has dealt with the pressure quite nicely. Oh, you live in Tampa Bay. I didn't even know that, Michael. Wow. I remember you said you lived in Florida. I didn't know what part. You live in Tampa. There you go. So you're rooting for the Bucs. Yep. I'm rooting for the Patriots, of course, being from Massachusetts. It's been a good game so far. That return out to the 24-yard line from Tyler Johnson, the tackle made by Brandon Bolden very early on in the fourth quarter. Tom Brady against rookie starting quarterbacks, 20-5 record. He's won 14 of his last 15 games against rookie starting QBs. His last loss, October of 2013 against the Jets with Geno Smith. I was only 9 years old at that time, so I can't say I remember that. Must have been an ugly loss, just because it was to the Jets and to Geno Smith. Either way, here's Leonard Fournette getting the carry out to the 30, 2nd and 4. Fournette getting most of the touches on the ground tonight. 15th carry, 83 total yards for the former Jacksonville Jaguar. He's also had 2 receptions for 24 yards. On 2nd and 4, it's Fournette again. Escapes a tackle and eventually goes down at the 31. Few yards picked up on the play. This crowd at Gillette Stadium is really living every second of this matchup. And they're getting real loud here for 3rd and 3. New England looking for a crucial stop. The Buccaneers ready to go from the 31. Brady will throw to the sideline. Brown makes the catch. And he's fired up. That quiets down the crowd. It's a first down for Tampa Bay. Of course, Brady and Brown, for a brief stint, very brief stint, like 10 days, were teammates on the Patriots before Brown was ultimately released after only a game. But Brown followed Tom to Tampa Bay, and what do you know, ended up winning a Super Bowl with them last year. Handoff to Fournette. Fournette up the middle, getting every yard he can. That was Davis with the tackle. Carl Davis, a defensive tackle for New England. Barmore also helping out. Barmore, a rookie. Yeah, he was in there as well to make the play. 2nd down and 6. What a drive this is with the Bucs trailing by a point. Brady looking right, buying time, going underneath, and that's incomplete. Pass was low. 3rd down and 6. Good coverage by Mills, the former Philadelphia Eagle. Another big 3rd down. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end out there, 7 defensive backs for the Patriots. Brady dropping back, stepping up in the pocket, and now taking off running. And I think he's got the first down. Tackle made by Godshaw. And Tom Brady rushes for the first down. Wow. Well, call him old, but he can still do that. No, Michael. The Patriots and Bucks didn't play last year. No, how it works, Michael, with two teams in opposite conferences like the Patriots and Buccaneers are, you only play a team from another conference once every 4 years. So conferences are paired up with each other each year as this is handed off and it's taken to the 48-yard line by Ronald Jones. So like this year for the for intra-conference play, the NFC East with the Patriots is playing the NFC South, which of course is the Buccaneers division. So that's how it works. So, well, now it's a 17 game schedule, so there's one extra game, which is kind of random now. But yeah, how it works is your four non-conference games are against the four teams from a certain division each year. So you only play a team from another conference once every 4 years. That's how it works. Yeah. Yeah, so like last year it was the NFC West that the Patriots played, that the AFC East played. This year they're playing the NFC South. So that's why the Patriots played the Saints last week. And that's why they'll play the Panthers and the Falcons later in the season. So yeah, that's how it works. Yep. So I'll be back with more in a moment. A timeout called by Tampa Bay. It's a rocking atmosphere in Foxborough. Yeah, you live in Nebraska and root for the Packers. Why is that, Van? I mean, I guess, there's no team, no NFL team in Nebraska. So, I guess you don't have a local team, so you kind of have to choose one. That makes sense in a way. I'll be back in a moment. So stay right where you are. It's a close one on Sunday Night Football. It's Sunday Night Football, and it's a good one between the Bucks and the Patriots. Tom Brady's return to New England on an emotional night for both sides. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick squaring off for the first time. A weird feeling for sure. Tom Sr. and Galen Brady is Tom's parents, of course, both in attendance. His dad looks calm, his mom not so much. His mom looks like a nervous wreck right about now. 2nd and 6 out of the Tampa Bay timeout. Screen pass, that's caught. And a lot of room down the sideline as Fournette takes off all the way to the 26 of New England. Not a bad way to come out of the timeout for the Buccaneers. Yeah, wow, that was really close to a tackle in the backfield by Jelani Tavea. Couldn't quite get to him. And afterwards, Fournette just took off. Look at the rushing yards, 118 for Tampa, -1 for New England. What a contrast. Yet New England have the lead as we speak. 1 or 2 yards picked up there for Ronald Jones on the ground. 10 minutes left in the fourth and final quarter. Second down and 9. Every drive, every play seems huge at this stage of the game. Brady gonna throw. And he was not on the same page with Mike Evans. Thrown behind him, incomplete, 3rd and 9. Well, another 3rd down on this drive. And the Patriots trying to hold the Buccaneers to a field goal attempt. Yeah, J.C. Jackson, Mike Evans, I mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. They've been going back and forth all night. I said it was going to be an intriguing matchup. Yeah, that was a bad throw indeed. We'll see if Brady can make up for it here, and he does. Complete over the middle. That's Cameron Brate to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for Tampa Bay. Well, I mentioned earlier, both quarterbacks have got the ball out in a hurry, and Brady certainly did this time. Maybe a second, if that, before it was out of his hands. And so the drive extended. Brady having a laugh with Chase Winovich afterwards, former teammate of his. This is handed off, and that's a great stop. The Patriots defense comes up big, absolutely swarming Fournette. Matt Judon and company making the play. 2nd and goal coming up for the Buccaneers. Judon got to the inside of Smith. And was able to get to Fournette. 2nd and goal now. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. In the backfield is Fournette. Brady throwing to Fournette, off his hands, incomplete. 3rd and goal, and it's been a couple of times this drive that Brady has just not been on the same page with his teammates. This drive has been 13 plays, 68 yards, just under 7 minutes. On 3rd and goal, it's a little bit of a high snap. Brady under pressure, rolling to his right. Brady going for the back of the end zone. Too far, incomplete. That one intended for O.J. Howard. And now on 4th and goal, you would expect the Buccaneers to attempt a field goal again for the 4th time tonight. How are the New England fans towards Brady at the start of the game? Yeah, Michael, I think it was tough to tell, but I think in the pregame and stuff, there were a lot of cheers for Brady. And even right up to when the game started, there were a lot of cheers for him. But when he did come out for the first drive of the game, I did hear some boos. So I think once the game started, the Patriots fans were like, all right, it's all business now. But no, I think mostly it was cheers for Brady as the 27-yard field goal is knocked through the uprights by Ryan Suckup. He's now accounted for 9 of the 16 Tampa Bay points. The Buccaneers back in front. They lead by a couple of points. 7:58 left in the final quarter. Should be a thrilling ending in Foxborough. I'll be back in a moment. All right, now we're ready. I'll be oh, sorry for that. I had some technical difficulties getting back up, but here I am. I am back. A reminder that next week's Sunday Night Football at 8:20 Eastern Time, 5:20 Pacific will feature the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs from Arrowhead. Not a bad Sunday Night Football game at all. That should be a good one between two of the best teams in the AFC. 7:58 to go in this one. Still plenty of time in what's been a close game throughout, and that'll be a touchback. Patriots will start out from their own 25. Mac Jones, passing against the blitz, has done very well for the most part. 12 of 14, 134 yards, a touchdown. He did have that one interception against the blitz, but outside of that, he's been very impressive under pressure. And so here we go. Play action. Jones throwing to the left side, bobbled but caught. Aguilar takes off for the first down. That's a 12-yard reception to the 37-yard line. Midway through the fourth quarter. And yeah, this was a bit of a risky pass. I mean, wow, that it arrived a bit late. Aguilar with the bobble, eventually able to haul it in. Now here's Jones. Throw is caught. Tackled at the 40 was Jacoby Myers. Yes, Michael, I do plan on doing the U.S. Men's National Team World Cup qualifying matches. Yeah, I'll do everything I can to try to do the those World Cup qualifiers coming up this week. As long as I don't have any conflicts, as long as my high school doesn't have any games that I'm covering at those times, which I don't think they do, and as long as I don't have, too much homework, I should be able to do it. Yeah. So you can almost count on it. I'd say a 90% shot that I do each of the World Cup qualifying games. This is a high pass hauled in by Myers, and he's into Tampa territory. Yes, October 7th, 10th, and the 13th. So Thursday, next Sunday, next Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, CONCACAF, Gabriel. Yep. Yep. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line of Tampa Bay. That's handed off, and now Harris flips it back to Myers. Myers is going to throw down the sideline. Aguilar the catch, and he's all the way to the 10-yard line. More trickery up the sleeve of Bill Belichick. And how about this throw by Jacoby Myers? That's right on the money to Aguilar. 1st down, New England. And talk about a big play. Myers fired up, and you just knew that trick plays were coming. They put the ball at the 9, 1st and goal for the Patriots. Jones drops back. Great protection. Goes to the end zone. Incomplete. That was intended for Jonnu Smith. Will Scotland or Israel make it to the World Cup? No, I don't think either of them will ultimately make it. I don't. It's a long qualifying process. I know both of them have had decent starts to their World Cup qualifying campaigns. Yeah, exactly. It is underdog versus underdog. But I'd say no. Here's Jones under pressure. The throw is a risky one. Incomplete. White got a hand to it and could have easily picked it off. 3rd and goal coming up. Well, that was quite fortunate in the end for Jones, because that was an awful throw, really. Back into the middle. My goodness. Dangerous pass. Yeah, McKennie will be on the team, Bargov. Not Pulisic, though. Pulisic's still injured from the last round of qualifiers. As Jones is under pressure again. Pass caught, and Bolden only able to get back to the line of scrimmage. In the end, the Patriots will attempt a field goal to try to retake the lead. What's going on, Vaughn? Welcome in. You didn't know that I was live right now. Well, now you do. Thanks for stopping by. Nick Folk, in the regular season, has made 35 consecutive field goals. That's a team record. Can he make it 36 right here? It's a chip shot attempt from 27 yards out to put the Patriots back in front. He does. The lead is restored for the Patriots. Nick Folk converts the 27-yard field goal attempt. What a game it has been. I'd say it's lived up to the hype. 17-16, New England by 1. Back for more after this. The rain falling down tonight in Foxborough. And yeah, I agree, Michael. A field goal is a bit disappointing after the excitement of that trick play, but at least the Patriots have taken the lead, although a touchdown would have been nicer, of course. And yeah, either Norway, Turkey, or Netherlands, who all didn't make the last World Cup, will qualify indeed. You need Fournette to put up big time fantasy points for you. Well, as a Patriots fan, I hope he doesn't, Vaughn. Nothing against you, though, as Tom Brady made his way out to towards the field at 5:09 p.m. Eastern Time for his usual walkout. He embraced with Robert Kraft at about 5:29, and then at 7:30 p.m. came out for the warm-ups, and for the most part, a big ovation from the Patriots faithful in Foxborough. I think Fournette's been solid, Vaughn. Yeah, I think he's been solid as Brady will loft this one down the right sideline. Incomplete, but a flag comes out. It's going to be against Kyle Van Noy. The pass intended for Fournette, speaking of him. And it looks like it's going to be defensive pass interference against New England. Well, the Buccaneers took a shot, and that might pay off. Yep. Indeed, pass interference called against Kyle Van Noy. And that could be a, a significant penalty in the course of these final minutes. Here's a handoff. It's Fournette. Forward progress. We'll give him a couple yards, maybe 3. And right now, all Mac Jones can do is watch on anxiously along the Patriots sideline. And it's certainly shaping up to be a game that comes down to the wire. 2nd down and 7 for Tampa Bay inside the final 4 minutes. Thank you, Foods Y'all, for tuning in. How far are they from a touchdown? They're at the 41-yard line of New England, so 41 yards away. Brady throws to the left. Evans the catch, wrapped up and thrown down immediately by J.C. Jackson. Another penalty. And it looks like this one's against the offense. Yep. It's offensive pass interference this time. The call against Mike Evans. He pushed off on J.C. Jackson. And there it is. Yeah, it's a push. Right call by the officials. And that gets this crowd riled up. 2nd and 17. There's 3:37 left in the game. 3:37 to go. Brady drops back. Plenty of time. The throw is caught. Mike Evans to the 40 of New England. Brought down by Uche. Well, not brought down. He was already down. But tapped by Uche. And yeah, that was a catch. Evans sliding to make the play. And now Jonathan Jones is down for New England. He'll require medical attention. .318 to go. The Patriots leading by a point. The Buccaneers looking to retake the lead. And so Jones will come out. He has to for at least one play. It doesn't seem like anything too serious. Buccaneers offense on 3rd down conversions, just 8 of 16 tonight overall. And here we go on 3rd and 6. This crowd is electric. The clock resumes. We're ready to go from the 40-yard line of New England. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Brady looking to his left. The throw caught. That's Antonio Brown. Tackled by Bethel, but it is another Tampa 1st down. Under 3 minutes to go. What's the time here? The time is 11:23 p.m. You mean like the actual time, or how much time is left? I think you mean the actual time. Yeah, it's 11:23 p.m. We're 3 hours ahead of you out on the West Coast. As the 1st down will take place from the 32. And that's a short gain for Fournette. Taken down by Adrian Phillips. 2:13 left, and A timeout will be called by the Patriots. So, interesting move there by Coach Bill Belichick as he looks ahead. I mean, the Buccaneers are well into field goal range now, so I understand where Coach Belichick is coming from, calling that timeout. I live about 10 minutes from Gillette Stadium where this game's taking place, and I can hear the rain outside my window. That rain, it has not let up. Yeah, games go to 11:30. Yep. Here on the East Coast, they go pretty late. Yeah. Brady drops back, and this is aired to the end zone, incomplete. He missed Antonio Brown, who was double covered on the play. 3rd down and 8. The clock stops with 2:07 to go. And there was some confusion there from Antonio Brown. He had no idea where that ball was until the last second, where it was too late. And now someone has called a timeout. Not sure which team. That was New England. So that's an interesting timeout because the clock was automatically stopped with the incomplete pass. So I'm not really sure why a timeout was called there by the Patriots. Nonetheless, they're down to one timeout. Your soccer games one started at 8 p.m. That was the latest. Yeah. Yeah, here on the East Coast, games can go pretty late. I mean, games that start on the West Coast for where I live, they start at like 10 p.m. Um, it's crazy. Here's Tom Brady. Brady going for the end zone. Incomplete. That ball is dropped by Antonio Brown. 4th down and 8 coming up for Tampa Bay. Wow. They're at the 30-yard line. Yep, 30-yard line. And on 3rd down and 8, Brown, I mean, he had Jonathan Jones beat there. He had it in his hands, couldn't hold on. Wow. The Buccaneers so close to a touchdown, but instead, out comes Ryan Suckup, a 48-yard field goal attempt, and one that he essentially has to make to give the Buccaneers a chance. Here's the kick. It is good. He got it. Slips it inside the left upright. That would have been good from 52, according to Next Gen Stats. And so the Buccaneers are back in front. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. What a game, folks. It's not done yet. Final 2 minutes are next. The Patriots down by 2. Can Mac Jones lead the Patriots to a game-winning drive? Find out after this. Well, the rain stopped briefly, but now it is back, and it's really pouring now in Foxborough. What a game tonight, 1917, Buccaneers by 2 with a minute 57 to go, and the Patriots will get the ball as Suckup will kick off after making a huge 47-yard field goal. Remember, he missed earlier in the night from 36. He's made his 4 other attempts, and that is a touchback. There we go. This will start from the 25-yard line. And going back to when the Patriots called a timeout, when the clock was already stopped, there was some confusion, and that's why they were forced to call a timeout. So keep that in mind, because instead of having 2 timeouts in their pocket, the Patriots only have 1 remaining. Could that prove to be costly? We'll see. Here we go. Final minute 57. Jones under pressure. The throw incomplete. And now a flag. Hunter Henry was interfered with. This should be against Tampa Bay. It sure is, Michael. This Patriots-Bucs game has been fantastic. It's been a great game. There you go. Pass interference against the defense. The call on Jordan Whitehead. And that will set up an automatic first down, spot foul. Yeah, Whitehead just ran into Henry. And that'll move the Patriots up to the 45. Jones over the middle. That's caught all the way to the 48-yard line. Or sorry, the 47-yard line of Tampa Bay. Second down and 1. They'll actually put it at the 46. The Patriots will work quickly here. 1 timeout left. They won't use it quite yet. And now a flag thrown on the snap. And it looks like a false start against the Patriots. Well, that's a bad penalty to take. So there's the call. False start on Hunter Henry. Though it looked like more than one player jumped the gun there. So they'll put a minute 24 on the clock. It'll now be second down and 6. That'll move the Patriots back to their own 49-yard line. The Buccaneers were claiming the Patriots jumped the gun again. No call. Throw out wide. Caught by Bolden, and he has a first down. Scampering out of bounds. The Buccaneers still protesting. A minute and 11 to go. Yeah, that should have been a false start. Wow, what a missed call there. And Isaiah Wynn knew it. He put his head down in defeat almost because he knew the penalty was coming, although it never did. The call was never made. The Buccaneers were outraged. Here's 1st and 10 from the Tampa 44. The blitz comes. Jones airs it out to the sideline off the hand of Myers, incomplete. He was covered by Ross Cockrell. Minute 7 to go, and that rain is only coming down harder. It's coming down harder than it has all night long. Second down and 10 from the 44 of Tampa Bay. 67 seconds left. Mac Jones looking to the sideline. Jacoby Myers made the catch. Both feet in bounds, and he gets out of bounds with 1:03 to go. Sherman was covering Myers there, and that's a great play by Myers. Made sure he dragged both feet. No, Gabriel. CFL teams do not play NFL teams. No. I'm sure NFL teams would dominate. I mean, I watch a little bit of CFL now and again. It's a decent league, but I don't think any of those teams would be, a real match for maybe the worst NFL team. Maybe like the Falcons or something. But yeah, no, they don't ever play each other, CFL and NFL teams, as that pass is batted down incomplete. And so with 59 seconds left, here comes 4th and 3, and Nick Folk is coming out to attempt a long field goal. 14th season in the league. He's 15 for 17 on lead-changing field goal attempts in the final 2 minutes. This is from 56 yards. He needs to make it. Can Nick Folk be the hero? The kick is up, and it is no good. Off the left upright. And Nick Folk was inches away from putting New England in front. Oh, man. Right off the upright. As close as you can get. Unbelievable. Wow. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to come out of here with the win. Mac Jones and the Patriots did everything they could to spring the upset. They're going to fall just short. And so Brady comes out, takes one knee. He'll do it again, and this game will be final. Going to your question, Vaughn. Yeah, I am still confident that the U.S. men's soccer team will make the World Cup. I am. And the Patriots will use their final timeout, because why not? So it'll actually be 2 more kneels for Brady. Well, even in a loss, I think you have to appreciate the effort from Mac Jones tonight. I mean, the rookie, under all the pressure he was in heading into this game, he delivered. He gave it his all. Brady takes another kneel, one more necessary, and that'll be it. Wow. Going back to that field goal attempt, just so close was Nick Folk. I thought it was going in. I really did. And Bill Belichick's reaction tells the story. Nick Folk devastated as well. On the other sideline, Brady all smiles. And there's one final kneel down. This game is over. Yeah, well, Michael, I mean, it is what it is. It wasn't like, Brady came in here and dominated. I mean, Mac Jones played just as well, if not better, than Tom Brady tonight. So, at the end of the day, there's nothing really to be ashamed about for the Patriots. I mean, they played a heck of a game. It just wasn't enough in the end. I mean, they were this close to winning the game, or taking the lead there and perhaps winning the game. So it was close. It was a close one, a close game that came down to the wire. And hey, the game delivered. It was hyped up a lot, and rightly so. After the product we got. That was a good game. That was a good game. And yeah, I'll see you, Vaughn. Sounds good. What if CR7 took the took the kicks? You mean if CR7 was the kicker? Yeah, that would be something. That would be something. I would like to see that. Wow. What a night. What a game. The Patriots now drop to 1-3. The Buccaneers go to 3-1. A lot of emotion for Tom Brady all night long. I'm sure for Bill Belichick as well. As now that the game has ended, Tom Brady embraces many of his former teammates. It's all smiles for Brady now that his team has got the victory. Awesome. Glad you enjoyed the call, Michael, and Gabriel, and everyone who tuned in tonight. It was a great game. It was a great game. Unfortunately, the Patriots come out on the losing end, and hey, next week will be very important for sure. Now that the Patriots are 1-3, and it will be the Texans on the docket, arguably the worst team in the league. So that's a must win. It would have been nice if New England could have sprung the upset tonight and pulled back to a 500 record. But in the end, they come just short. A 19-17 victory for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A nice embrace between two of the greats in this sport, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, at the end of a well-fought game. Thank you so much, Song. Glad you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. My next broadcast will likely be Tuesday night. You won't want to miss it. The AL wildcard game. The New York Yankees take on my Boston Red Sox. That will be must-see, no doubt about it. That'll be 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesday night. I do plan to be on the call for that one, and really looking forward to the MLB postseason. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now. The final score for the final time, Tampa Bay 19, New England 17.